So in this video, we are going to demonstrate how Marc and Sandy, an adorable couple from France, transformed this entire house into something new. Initially, this house was extremely old. There was a significant amount of garbage and wood inside the structure. You can also observe above how the bricks are that are installed on this house. So let's begin making this house look like new. First and foremost, these individuals removed all the debris, trees, and plants from outside the house. Now Marc is checking the size of the windows because these windows are over 30 years old and will need to be replaced.
Du coup, je le mets comme ça sur là-bas.
Ouais, c'est pas droit non plus,
C'est biscornu.
c'est tout 118.
118 de large,
92.
92 hauteur. Ok, ça c'est fait. Hop, on a dit qu'on était comme ça, donc c'est ce mur-là que j'ai pas et ce mur-là.
4,72.
Ok, ça c'est fait. Bah, ça fait un beau volume quand même.
If you take a look at the roof above the house, you can see that all the issues with the house have accumulated here, making the garbage pile up significantly. Wooden and metal items are scattered about. All the waste materials from the house are stored up here.
On va avoir un escalier qui monte, qui arrive ici comme ça.
En fait, il faudrait qu'il arrive au milieu l'escalier.
Et puis après, tu fais ta chambre là-bas.
Un Vénus.
Ouais, t'as un petit peu de lumière là.
Marc and Sandy together begin working inside the house, starting with removing the old roof, which was a false ceiling. This house has aged so much that the ceilings could collapse at any moment, which is why it is essential to renovate the entire house. Observe how extensively the wood has rotted. Nearly all the wood is damaged. All the wood will need to be replaced here. The adjacent room has been in a similarly poor state. The ceiling of the adjoining room is also severely collapsing. Everything will need to be replaced here. Marc and Sandy begin the process of clearing out the sections of the house. Notice how all the damaged parts of the roof from both rooms have been taken down.
Tous sont dans l'autre sens. Donc, ce mur-là et ce mur-là est porteur.
Ouais.
Là, c'était de ce côté-là. Donc là, c'était très bien.
If we discuss the storeroom located upstairs, its condition is the most dire because the debris accumulated here for years is so congested that you can see the soil is completely frozen here.
C'est une poutre. Oh bah il faut vraiment.
Ouais, là, je pense que c'est la porte de la ferme.
Ouais.
Là, c'est la porte de la ferme.
Doucement, doucement.
Plus épais quand
First, we need to remove all of this soil with the assistance of a shovel. Otherwise, working here will be exceedingly challenging. You can observe that the floor below has completely deteriorated, which is why it is crucial to repair this area on the first floor. Otherwise, it will become even more difficult to carry out household tasks below. Together, they removed at least 100 kilograms of soil from the first floor and placed it below. You can see that what was underneath is entirely gone, which is why it is vital to repair this part of the ceilings. Otherwise, the work of the house below will become even more challenging if it needed to be removed. The poor wood would not have been able to support this load and the entire house could have collapsed at any moment. But now observe, the roof is entirely clear and the view from above is distinctly apparent how stunning it appears. Now this whole section will be reconstructed using cardboard so that the house can be preserved until then. Marc is examining the new windows here, which he had purchased from the local shop. The fittings are sitting perfectly. That is why the task of the windows here has also been finished very swiftly. Observe, it is complete and large windows have been incorporated inside the neighboring room. Due to this, there is a sizable glass section inside it and it must be installed here with great caution, otherwise the entire glass could shatter. Marc and Sandy together take out the old windows and the aluminum framework of the new windows is secured here using laser light. The work on the upper side is still outstanding because the cardboard sections made of wood were placed in different areas, therefore half of the job was still left, making it essential to finalize this task here first. Marc and Sandy together take the precise measurements and secure these large wooden pieces here. Now, see, almost less is accomplished here and only a small portion remains. If you go downstairs, the girls have been supported by a frame to provide stability so that the old girls can be protected from falling and
Il va tout seul. Pour le coup, il n'y a pas besoin de forcer. Moi, avec la visseuse, comme je suis pas percussion,
Now Marc and Sandy together are placing thick pieces of insulator in the center of the wood to keep the house warm the following day so that the house stays warm in winter and the cold does not enter. Currently, the ceiling work is being carried out with the aid of a frame. Using this machine, only two individuals together see how effortlessly the roof of the house is assembled, and I am enjoying the other parts of the house with great tidiness here.
Là, ça va pas passer.
ouais, c'est descendu juste un petit peu là.
Je vais le faire à la main.
Là, c'était au cas où ça descend.
Ouais, bah oui.
C'est parfait. Ici, nickel chrome. Et sur l'extérieur. Hop. On va remettre un petit peu de ciment là, mais de toute façon, on a le petit rebord de fenêtre à refaire. Et comme ça, là, ça a mal descendu aussi.
The window work is nearly finished. The adjoining room also features large windows, and layers of insulators are being added to the ceiling within this room. On the third day, Marc and Sandy together commenced tidying up another room where there were extremely old tiles within this room and a lot of dirt beneath it. Marc began removing these tiles one by one.
Ah oui, quand même. Regarde ton câble.
There are additional rooms in this house where the floor was constructed using cement and old tiles similarly. All these will also need to be taken out, and you can see that with the assistance of laser light, it becomes quite simple to eliminate the dirt. Much of the dirt in this room has been compacted for years, thus it is now very important to remove it. It takes Marc and Sandy 2 to 3 hours to clean each room. But after this, in order to retain warmth in the house, thermocol sheets are initially placed down and a sandy steel and concrete cement mixer is positioned on top of it to fortify the foundation of the house. You can observe how these aged tiles were set up throughout the entire house, but slowly they are also being cleaned. Marc excavated a significant amount of soil from both rooms to ensure that the foundation work could be executed effectively here.
Aujourd'hui, pour pouvoir, on a du coup 4 camions à aller chercher des sables, on met cubes, ça va plus énorme, mais dans le camion on peut pas lui parler des tonnes. Et puis bah voilà, on va clôturer ça. Donc Sandy elle tire le béton. Moi je fais le béton là-bas.
Subsequently, the foundation work for both rooms commenced by combining clay, cement, and concrete. You can observe how Marc and Sandy didn't merely complete the task.
Tout est fait. On va talocher ça ce soir. Et c'est parfait. Ce soir on retire avec du bois, du fer, on taloche et puis c'est nickel. Enfin un petit peu de ciment pour qu'on a rebouché.
The following day, Marc began repairing the wall behind the house, which was very rough due to being filled with mud and newspaper scraps. For this reason, all the debris was removed, and the area was measured for the wall frame before a new aluminum door mold was brought in and installed. In addition to this, the installation of insulators in the remaining rooms has also begun. You can see that the electrical wiring work is simultaneously progressing throughout the entire house. In conjunction with this, insulators are being set up in every room. The insulators are mounted behind the walls using long aluminum pipes. Insulators are being placed inside each room, and the door to the back room has also been closed and now installed. Marc is undertaking the electrical wiring throughout the home because it is almost finished. Only painting remains to be done. Some basic tasks are still pending, and after that, this house will be ready for construction. Marc utilized white cement to seal all the holes in the house to ensure that no one could open the door. You can see how drastically the conditions of the house have improved. Previously, the house appeared quite unkempt, but now it is transforming into a lavish palace. This cavity exists beneath the house, functioning as a sort of basement, where all of the house's electrical wires converge, which is why it is essential to keep the bottom of the house clean.
Tiens, quand t'entends, me toucher. C'est joli.
La planchette sur là-haut. Là, on voit bien qu'elles sont carrément plus grosses. Il y a deux planchers. Et on voit de la terre. Moi, je dis qu'il y a de la terre entre les deux. Punaise. Oh, punaise. Tu vois, regarde.
Ah ouais.
D'accord.
Allez,
Oui, c'est pas faux.
ça dépendra des endroits. C'est de la planche d'arbre.
The next day, Mark and Sandy began cleaning inside the upper room on the first floor, where mud and dust had ruined everything. The dwelling is quite ancient, so you can observe that the wood is everywhere and the old cement within it is also crumbling like mud. Additionally, all the soil that remained here has been entirely cleaned. It appears significantly easier to undertake this task. However, it easily takes 2 to 3 hours to accomplish even minor tasks. Currently, there are no marks here thanks to the use of laser light above all the marks, and subsequently, the process of filling the insulator inside this wood is underway. Within the insulator, there is everything that ensures the house remains warm. After placing the seat of the insulator throughout the entire floor, another covering seat is set to be installed on top of it. After this installation, this room will be entirely prepared. Finally, inside the residence, you are applying paint. The house is nearly finished. You will observe that the preparations for the house are soon going to be concluded here. The installation of tiles on the lower floor is currently in progress because the aesthetic appeal of the house is enhanced by the tiles. After each tile is properly placed, Marc and Sandy ensure that all work is executed well. Marc has now ascended to the first floor and has completed the work in the bathroom, where the door, faucet, and other fittings were remaining. Following this, Marc and Sandy commenced constructing the kitchen area within the central room of the house. The pre-constructed wooden frame is being transported here and positioned in the kitchen. Along with the installation of everything necessary for the kitchen, such as shelves and drawers for storage. Moreover, Marc is also installing a sink in the kitchen, accompanied by someone. Now you can observe how the house is entirely prepared. Before and after, you can distinctly perceive the transformation. The initial house was in a severely poor state, but Marc and Sandy together restored this house to how it once was.